Hello subscribers, today's review will be on the Playmates King Kong 2005 Vastatosaurus Rex figure. So this is one of the 4 V-Rex toys that Playmates released for this toy line. The other ones include the Juvenile Rex, the Roaring Bull Rex, and the other one. It was part of this King Kong vs V-Rex battling game. It was kind of like those Rock'em Sock'em Robots game. It looks almost exactly like this one, but it looks to be smaller. I have to say, this one is not as good as the Juvenile or Roaring Bull Rexes, and I'll explain why. So, the figure is pretty lackluster when it comes to detailing. The animals in the film were covered in thick scales. For this, the only scales you see is some on the torso, the thigh, and the top of the tail. Everything else is just smooth, soft detailing. It really makes the figure look cheap, in contrary to the Juvenile and Roaring Bull Rexes, which are covered in scales. But Playmates did get some things right, like the third finger, the scales on the feet, and the crocodilian-like osteoderms on the top. Looking at the head sculpt, it really doesn't look like the V-Rexes from the movie. As you can see, the crests are more defined. The V-Rexes did have crests, but they weren't like this. This resembles this V-Rex art I've seen online. I'll put a picture of it so you guys can see the similarities. This looks more like the Jurassic Park T-Rexes. V-Rexes had pretty gnarly looking croc teeth, which were hanging outside the mouth. This one, you can barely see some lips. The head could have been more movie accurate, but at the same time, it's great that they went for something different. The coloration consists of a sandy color underbelly and teeth. The interior of the mouth is pink, and then the rest of the toy is this very dark blue color. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'm really bad with my colors. So, this paint job, it matches the countless V-Rex artworks that are out there rather than the ones in the movie, which are mainly a light gray. The main gimmick is the collapsing action feature. The Vastatosaurus, Photodon, and King Kong vs V-Rex battling game also has this. You press this button, and there's the collapsing action. There's a knob on the chest, which resets all of the limbs. To be honest, I'm really not a fan of this action feature. As you can see, he does lean down a bit. When you see the images of him in the packaging, he stands just fine like that. But once you take him out, this happens sometimes. I can see kids getting annoyed with this, as they might accidentally set off the action feature by holding it like this. I would have much preferred if the only gimmick was this chomping feature, and then the rest was just basic articulation. But I will still give Playmates credit for trying something new. To start with our usual comparisons, here is the Playmates King Kong, which is the one that came with the 2 Pteropus Mordax figures. They look pretty nice together, even though V-Rex should be a little bit bigger. Of course, we gotta bring out the Juvenile V-Rex and the Roaring Bull V-Rex. You can see how inferior this is compared to these two when it comes to detailing and movie accuracy. This guy is hands down the best one. Here are the other denizens of Skull Island. Excluding all of those other Kong variants, the only one I'm missing is that small Weta Rex bug figure. Now, one of the biggest problems with this toy line is scaling. The only ones that are probably in scale with each other is the V-Rex, the Pteranodon, and the humans. Everything else is way off. Next up, we have the mountain version of Rebor's V-Rex, which is nicknamed Vanilla Ice to avoid copyright issues. Let's bring out the Hasbro Jurassic Park Dinosaurs Electronic T-Rex, and the Hasbro Dino Showdown Allosaurus. Last but not least, here is the Vastatosaurus Rex next to the Collecte Zephactinus and the Collecte Mini Zephactinus. Well, there you have it guys. This was my review on the Playmates King Kong 2005 Vastatosaurus Rex. So I have to say, it's an okay figure. The detailing, movie accuracy, and gimmick are my biggest problems. They definitely could have been so much better. If you really want a V-Rex toy from this line, I'd say go for this guy. But if you can't afford him, then get this one. So my final rating is a 6.5 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed this review, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section of what you think of this V-Rex.